Hey y'all, Christina here with the Nash News. We are with the headliners tonight, Little Big Town. Thank you guys so much for doing this. How is your day been going?
It's been awesome and easy and hot.
It is very hot here. Well, we just got some amazing news that your album is coming out in the fall, and Nightfall is honestly one of my favorite albums, so I'm really excited to hear this. Talk to me a little bit about how the creative process was for this. I know it was hard. You guys were separated for the first time in 20 years? Yeah. So how was the process creating this Mr. Sun album?
Well, I mean, we started off writing. First of all, we were apart for 5 or 6 months, which was very, very strange, and the first time that had ever happened. I mean, Jimmy was stuck with me, but
obviously,
yeah. But it was weird not seeing them and our children not being together. But we started writing, some Zoom writing, which I wasn't really a fan of. But songs were we kept accumulating songs that we were loving, and we were like, well, now that COVID is lifting a little bit, where we can't get back on the road, we should get in the studio. So that's what we did, and we just started cutting songs, and whether we had to be masked up or whatever, we would just get in there, and we just love this collection of songs. It's a fun record. It holds hands really nicely with Nightfall, so I love that you love that record. Yeah.
I can't wait. Well, I want to talk today. Officially, Rich Man was released, and solo rights literally fascinate my brain. How you have sat down. So talk to me about the writing process on that. Where did you go to write that song by yourself? And just talk to me about the whole song.
Well, that's kind of an interesting story, because I started writing that song about 10 years ago probably. And I wrote the majority of it, and then there was just part of it that I just couldn't settle on and I didn't feel like it was finished. And then a couple of years ago, I guess maybe a year and a half ago, I kind of finally got the final touch that I felt like, okay, that feels right. And then it kind of just made its way onto this record. It wasn't gonna be that way, and I'm just surprised and so happy.
Well, I feel like you had to live. It's a life song, so you had to live the life experiences to be able to write and complete it. 10 years ago, things were a little bit different, right?
Very true.
I love that. So I want to talk a little bit about touring with the Eagles. The iconic band, the Eagles. So what has that, what can you expect, and what do you think you're going to learn from them? You don't have much to learn. You've been on tour for a long time, but what can you learn from a band like that?
Oh, well, longevity for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been doing it for how many, 50 years now? Yeah. I think that was their 50th year.
Yeah.
Think about that. That's nuts.
That's crazy.
Nuts.
And their harmonies are still perfection. I mean, perfection.
I feel like then when they sing, they still sound like the record.
Yeah,
and it's just completely mind-blowing.
Yes, and the show is literally hit after hit after hit after hit after hit.
Kind of like their show a little bit. I don't know. It sounds familiar to me. All right. So finally, here at the Nash News, we love doing a segment called The Songs I Grew Up On. So I'm going to go around. I'm going to give you all a second to think about it. One song that has been influential to you in your life that you grew up on. Philip, you're going to start.
Oh my gosh.
Hard, right?
This is going to be a really weird one, but I love Steve Wariner. Small Town Girl.
Oh, I love Steve Wariner.
I grew up on Ain't Nothing Like the Love of a Small Town Girl.
Yeah.
Love that. All right, Karen, your turn.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna go Leaving Louisiana from the Oak Ridge Boys, because that was my first concert as a little girl, and Rodney Crowell wrote that song, and that's he's like the songwriter that you dream about being. So I'm gonna go that.
I think you're on your way, Karen. What about you, Kimberly?
I'm going to go Barbara Mandrell. I was country when country wasn't cool.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a really good one. And
Barbara.
Finally.
Oh man, these are my most dreaded questions ever, because
I'm very sorry.
Me too.
Because I'm just terrible at but I immediately think of Don Williams when I was a kid. My mom and dad loved Don Williams, so I'll say, Lord, I hope this day is good.
Yes.
Those are some incredible, iconic answers. Thank you guys so much for chatting with the Nash News today. We can't wait to catch your headlining set here at Country Jam USA.